Oh, one troll up straight away. Good on you. Always good to know you trolls are out there. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? This is good morning, good afternoon, good evening. In your case, should be good evening. How you doing, Linda? No, I know you're not a troll, Crystal, and no, I didn't call you a troll, Gummy Bear. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Just do me a favor, Gummy Bear. If Charlie comes on, please don't get into a shit slinging match with him. If you see the title, um, with technology, hey Ray, how you doing? With technology, the internet, the world really is getting to be a smaller place. You know, one time we were limited to friends within our own neighborhood, um, maybe in your own city. If you traveled around your own country, maybe you had people, friends in other states. Um, but these days, with the internet, we got friends all over the world. Yeah, that's fine, Gummy. Hey, Roger, how you doing? But the world's just changed so much now. You know, we can converse with anyone in the world. Uh, we have a larger circle of friends that span the globe, um, though probably limited to, or for me anyway, limited to English-speaking countries. Gummy Bear sister going around. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that, Gummy Bear. Yeah, some of this trolling is just, it's ludicrous. And this bullying from behind the keyboard, oh my God. You got to wonder about some of these people. They got way too much time on their hands. As you probably noticed, I'm on a bit later today. Slept in, went out for a while, did a couple of things, came back, had to do some washing, domestic domestic duties. So, admittedly, washing isn't that big a chore when you just throw things in a washing machine and you just got to pull them up and hang them up. And it's a nice sunny day, so they'll all dry pretty quick. And I've got a habit of pretty well using everything and using up all my clothes and then deciding to, oh, I need to wash. I guess it's bachelor syndrome. Oh, that's all right, Roger. Yeah, I'm not too bad, Crystal. Uh, Probably a little bit better than I've been for the last couple of days, but I don't tend to let that sort of shit get me down too much. I just soldier on, and I find if I sat around and just did nothing, then I'd probably feel worse. Yeah, Gummy, it might pay to get yourself a girlfriend and let her abuse your tool, mate. If you start abusing your own tool, you're definitely going to get poked by people here. So how is it in California today, Crystal? Adelaide is a beautiful, sunny, not too hot, blue skies, another perfect Adelaide day. Just been, was debating about going out, but I was out this morning and then did that washing, so I thought I'd jump on, just do a live for a while and see how everyone's doing. We know Roger's got his new girl and he's out in the provinces eating a chicken and rice and doing without his hamburgers. Hey, Larry, how you doing, mate? Kentucky rain all day. Okay, nice day. It stopped raining yesterday. Cool. I thought about it, Gummy Bear. These days are the perfect days to head to the beach, not too hot. But no, that's off the cards at the moment. I was waiting. I think I was hoping to hear from my son, which probably knowing that rat bag, he'll be off with his mates. So, but we'll see what happens. Said the only time he really chases after me is when he wants me to spend money on him. The usual, the usual thing for dads. But again, I got one son, and I don't mind at all. And it's not like you can take your money with you, and pretty well at this point in time, everything I've got will go to him anyway. So exactly, Ray. And he's loving it too. Um, I have to admit, it's a nice looking car. Um, I just hope he does the right thing and doesn't become too much of a hoon and start trying to thrash it around too much. But I can't complain. He's a pretty good kid. He doesn't really drink, doesn't do drugs, so he's not like his dad at all. That's for sure. The only thing at the moment is he's putting on weight so badly because she doesn't cook for him, so he's always out eating takeaway shit. Yeah, Ray, they're all the same. I've been on his case about trying to lose some weight and look after himself a bit more. See how that goes. Even myself, though, I've got to get into a gym. I had a couple of years of, I decided to get back into running again. Yeah, always love them, Ray. So for the last, well, up until at least 2 months ago, I would run 10Ks a week, two 5K runs. Um, and that just dropped the weight right off me. So it was 3 years ago, I was about 205. Uh, now I might be just under 180. I think I'm about 177, 175, something like that. So I'd like to get up to, sit around that 180, 185. See how we go. Definitely getting too old to be sitting up around the 200 mark anymore. So it's time, I think, to hit the gym. I've seen your comment this morning, Ray. Thanks for that. But, mate, if people want a thumbs down, that's fine. Let them go. It's no skin off my nose. It's not like I'm in a popularity contest here. Yeah, well, I'm under that at the moment, Ray. So I've got to try and get back up to that. Um, it's one of those things. Putting on weight can be just as hard as losing it sometimes. 245, yeah, it's probably getting on a bit on the heavy side there, Ray. Depending on your height, of course. How tall are you? Yeah, Roger, it's same as Western kids. You know, my son's the same. The only thing I can say is that once he got a car, got his license and got a car, he came to me and seen me after I hadn't seen him for 2.5 years because his mother would never have brought him to see me. So it's a two-edged sword for me. It's good because he now comes and sees me, but at the same time, he's often about with his mates, which is you're 6'1", yeah, you definitely you could lose 30 pounds there, and you'd still be okay. But it's not easy losing weight, and the older you get, the bloody harder it gets. That's for sure. But I'm not going to get fussed about the lad. I mean, when I was 21, I was the same. Hey, how you doing, Junior? Good to see you, mate. I'm not too bad. How's yourself? Junior in the house. Are you still there, Larry? At this time of the day, I'm sure. What is it? Well, he might be eating. How you doing, sister? Well, it's been pretty quiet. Yeah, Junior. I got all the weights outside. I got a couple benches and a lap machine and heap of free weights, but honestly can't get motivated and it's just too hot. So I think it's time to join a gym. Yeah, it's probably not something. I would like to bought my son a nice car, but uh, probably not a GTO. Hey, Joshua. Um, and he waited till he left school anyway before he got his license, which was really good. So, and now he's in college. Joshua, no need to apologize, mate. Forget it. It's no big deal. Mate, if you've seen half the shit that goes on uh, at times, you got nothing to apologize for. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, Junior, that stuff's all good when the weather's fine or you're doing it inside. Um, but all my shit's outside and it's just too hot. I just can't motivate myself. Did a crypto CEO fake his own death to abscond with 190 million? Wow. Dixie Nomus. Oh, hello. No, Joshua didn't start any shit the other day, Junior. The greatest of all time. If you want to jump on, Larry, let me know, mate. It's always good hearing from you. Joshua, not a problem, mate. And I don't really have a problem with a bit of ball busting. I just don't want to see things get nasty, especially when people bring up stuff about other people's families and that. That's the only thing I don't like. Um, but it's all good, mate. Yeah, Junior, he'll be good. I bet he's just eating. Junior, I grew a beetle. Holy shit, Ray. You never cease to surprise me. Yeah, you do, Junior, and it's all in good fun, mate. Um, It's not a big deal. I know I've copped shit from a few trolls here and there, but not too bad. Well, Larry, I have to confess to you, mate. I had a talk to Jesus the other day. He said he loves me, but you're all fucked, mate. I'm his number one boy. He says, Thunder, you're coming up with me. We're gonna party down. All these other guys, they're out of here. Uh, I hate to break that news to you, Larry. Yeah, I don't know, Junior. Could be a troll. Just we'll see how he goes. I know you'll keep an eye on him. Oh, you may do. You got a free hand anyway, Junior. You're one of the four horsemen. You know you got a free hand on my channel, mate. Now, okay, is that okay for the link there, Larry, or just okay that you know Jesus loves me? Is that a Kiwi accent? No, it's not. But you're starting to sound like Dick Insider. I'm starting to wonder if you are Dick Insider or just one of his trolls. So, how is everyone doing today anyway? Uh, it's, like I said, a perfect day here in South Australia. All right, mate, let me know when you want to come on and I'll put the link in there for you, Larry. Always good to hear from you. Talking about your son the other day almost made me want to pick up the SG and have a bit of a play, but I don't know. And before you ask, Junior, yeah, I'm still on the old laptop. All right, no worries, Larry. Yeah, no worries, Roger. Thanks for popping in, mate. Let's just go downtown, look for a scooter belt, and buy an aircon for my new room I rented in the hills. Well, that's cheap, man. No worries, Larry. So a few of you are quiet in there. Crystal, you're usually bloody lurking around, but you're pretty quiet. Linda's quiet. I can hear something in the background. My own voice. So, yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Okay, no echo?
How you doing? No echo at the moment. It's all good.
Oh, great. Yeah, doing good. I got to run down and I got to take my son back over to the clinic. He's got to get another. Geez, he's had what? This will be the third rabies shot that he has to have. I believe he has to get 4.
Yeah. Well, mate, it's better to be safe than sorry, Larry.
Oh yeah. You can't take a chance. So yeah. Then after that, I have to come back here. I joined a group on Facebook called Avocado Lovers and Growers, and I told the people on the Facebook group about over at my wife's father's property, probably about a mile from here. Well, not even a mile, maybe half a mile. He's got an avocado tree that he planted when he was a kid. I believe it was 44, and this thing is huge. And a lot of the people in the avocado group, they're in California. They want video and a picture of this tree. They've never seen one, that old or that big. So I got to run over to do that today. This thing is massive.
It's I remember you talking about buying his property. It's a good move, really, because at the end of the day, you're leaving that shit for your son. So if your son is clued up on everything, mate, one day he's going to be self-sufficient and have a good base to start earning himself some money and make a living off the land.
Yeah, it's the property over there. My wife's father-in-law, he they grew up real poor, so he planted land over there. There's they call it cacao. It's chocolate.
Yep.
It grows a fruit, and then you take the seeds and make chocolate. Yeah, that's growing over there, and mangoes and star apple, a lot of fruits that I don't even know what they are. Tropical fruits. So.
No, it's a good idea because at the end of the day, even in the Philippines, years to come, by the time your son's your age, the land's going to be worth a lot more, and it's only for his benefit. He'll benefit from everything you're doing now.
Yeah, and the taxes are so cheap over here on the raw land, compared to everywhere else.
Yeah, how you doing, Charlie? Look, no problems, Charlie. All good, mate. Forgotten already. There's no issues, mate. So what's the weather like over there, Larry?
As usual, it's hot.
It's beautiful here today. Sunny, blue skies, not too hot. Typical perfect Adelaide day.
I got to see if I got my laptop in the shop. They're reformatting it. See if that's finished. I have a problem with it. If you run the battery out, the laptop it doesn't want to charge. Then you have to let it sit for like 3 days, and then I guess it resets. Then you can charge it.
Yeah,
it's so hard to get a replacement battery over here, for laptops. So I took it into the shop and I told the guy before I dropped it off, I said, don't run it on battery power. Please keep it plugged in. Well, naturally, somebody was over there and they wanted to charge their cell phone or something. They unplugged it and he texted us back and said, oh, I can't get it to, and I said, exactly what I told you not to do happened. I said, just let it sit for 3 days. Then after it resets, it'll charge up. Then finish, the reformatting. So
yeah, that's the thing. I mean they do their best, I guess, but they're a little bit behind when it comes to the technology thing, aren't they, over there still? And I don't know if something gets lost in translation. I've found that talking to a particular Filipino man, you say one thing and they hear something totally different. I find it pretty frustrating, actually, but it's hard to
maybe
get
I
in.
was talking too fast for the guy. I don't know. I thought,
What you maybe need to do is
but I got my wife going.
maybe you need to take your wife with you or your son and get them to actually speak in their language so that they really do understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'll take her with me.
How you doing, Lost?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm still out and about.
You're always out and about. You're either working or you're out and about.
Uh, well, I'm out and about for work. I actually went home for a little while and chilled out, but I got to go pick up material. I don't want to do it in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and make my run tonight and sleep in just a little bit tomorrow.
Good idea. And how's
Oh,
that
hey,
Texas?
Rock.
Hey, Larry, how's it going, man?
I
You
was thinking about what you told me you're a Buddhist, Lost.
Yeah, I am.
I back in the States, wife's girlfriend, she was, and she stayed with us a month, 3 weeks to a month. She was waiting on an apartment to come empty that she was going to move into. Anyway, she was Buddhist, and I remember she had a little thing like a shrine with the Buddha sitting on the desk. She used to give it glasses of milk, and we even took her grocery shopping, and she bought a little Hot Wheels car to play with. I was really surprised about that. And she had a chain she'd wear around her neck. All those Thai girls, have the Buddha.
She was actually Thai.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay. You just said Buddhist. I didn't know from where. Yeah, the Thai people have a little more superstition with the Buddha than some other practices. Yeah, they think they'll get their little Buddha statue kind of like blessed. Not really blessed, but they do like a little thing, something like that at one of the temples.
Oh
And they
yeah, she
believe
used to bring up
spirits
meals,
will
man.
be in them, and then they'll give offerings to the spirit. But that's definitely more of a kind of a Thai culture thing
Yeah.
compared to other Buddhists.
Yeah, yeah, she was a cool chick. But I was surprised, man. That blew me away when, when she bought a Hot Wheel car, to play with board. I mean, she was definitely serious. I didn't make, I totally respect this and everything, but I was just like shocked, because I had
Yeah,
never been exposed to that.
if you ever go to Thailand, they got the little I believe they're called spirit houses, and they have those all around Thailand. And you'll see people, they'll leave like little, cans of drinks at them and foods and maybe like little Hot Wheel cars, those type of things. They'll leave them there. They're gifts for like maybe people they've known who have passed on, or just they have a spiritual belief also with or it's kind of like a spirit of spiritual belief, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you know what else happened, man? She got the flu. She got sick for a while. I think she had a cold, a real bad cold, or the flu or something. Cause something about. She didn't come back to the house for I think a day or so. It was in the summertime. I think she's been with a friend of hers. But she claimed that she got sick because she her Buddha statue, and that was the reason she got sick. That's how serious she was. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Christianity, they got different sects of Buddhism. The Thailand, they're mainly Theravada. Theravada and Mahayana are the two kind of larger ones, and then you have like Zen and the Tibetan Buddhism. Those are like the four major ones.
Yeah.
And they all have their little different quirks, if you will, kind of just slightly different takes on it, but they all have kind of the same core beliefs, and that's where I'm at. I'm more of a secular Buddhist, because I don't necessarily believe in the some of the spiritual type, supernatural aspects of it. That a lot of
My buddy,
hold. Go ahead.
my my buddy married some chick from She was a midwife, and she was a Buddhist. And he sent me a picture. They went. I don't know if it was a what do you call it, a temple, a Buddhist church, and looked like a uniform. He going to judo class, and he laughed. He says, "No judo here. This is Buddha."
So if you spend any time in Thailand, well, for you single guys out there, you go to one of the temples and just go in there. Of course, be respectful, like anything. Just kind of curious. Some of the people are going there to meditate or whatever. There's always some attractive little Thai girls. It's kind of a nice place to meet girls.
Just lost offhand with this Buddhist religion, because I see lots of Thais and from the vlogs and shit like that, and they're very superstitious. Is that a Buddhist thing or just?
No, it's definitely a cultural thing. So like different areas in the world, even Christian. I mean, Filipinos, for example, for example. Um, so yeah, like the spirit house thing is definitely more as a of a Thai thing.
Yeah, I
compared to say like I don't think the Tibetans do that at all. So.
I mean, it does seem like the Thais are very superstitious and have this belief in ghosts, and because I don't really know all that much about Buddhism, what I do know is a lot of their beliefs seem to be practical and in some ways it always reminds me of that the line in the Bible from Jesus, treat others as you would treat as you want to be treated, sort of thing.
Yeah, the golden rule has been around maybe even before Buddhism. I mean, who knows when that actually started? But you have the core teachings of Buddha outside of all the like the supernatural things. It's nothing more than a philosophy. I mean, basically, it's like, I mean, really, it's like this is how to be happy. You do these things, and you'll have a happy life. It's basically what it boils down to. And he kind of lays out the guidelines to, make your life more happy, and that's pretty much it. Of course, I think throughout the years, because it started in a Hindu country, they got the things like the rebirth type stuff. They got kind of, I think, mixed into it. I've looked at a lot of the what is considered the early teachings or the earliest works known in Buddhism, and those type of things are not really in there.
Mate, the main thing I know about Buddha is from the TV series Monkey, mate, with Tripitaka and King Monkey and Sandy and Pigsy. But for me, that they're what I do know. It just seems to be, if anything, a pretty peaceful religion, and not one that's ever started any wars anyway.
No, they don't start wars in the name of Buddha, for example. I mean, obviously, Buddhist people have been in wars, but they don't go around causing wars because Buddha proclaimed something or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Buddhist monks back in Vietnam, remember they used to pour gasoline on themselves and light themselves on fire?
In protest. Yeah, that's sad. Someone's asking you, Lost, did you take on this religion back in Texas, or did you get into it while going to Asia?
No, actually, even before then, I mean, a little background on me. So I grew up. My parents allowed us to have a choice if we wanted to believe. They didn't force us to go to church. Or actually, my dad's an atheist. Well, he says he's an atheist, but he's not like he's not going out there like beating it down. My mom was a Christian. My dad grew up Catholic. From Louisiana, if you don't know. I mean, it's a very Catholic area. But they gave us the choice to do whatever we wanted. So my early 20s, late teens, that kind of area, I was I kind of didn't know what I was. Like, what do I believe? And then that's when I started studying. Well, of course, you start with Christianity because obviously there are churches on every corner here in the States. And then well, I'm jumping all over the place, but I would, as a kid, I was really big into Greek and Roman mythology and loved the history of Rome and Greece. So I kind of studied that. So when I started studying Christianity a little bit, I noticed that most of their traditions were based off of old Roman traditions. Then, of course, you start reading the history of Rome, and you know how, well, it started with Constantine and emperors after him, how they implemented different things to get people Christianity, yada yada.
Well, in Constantine's case, this is the story is that supposedly he had a vision and therefore then put the Christian symbol on all the shields of his soldiers and won a battle that he probably shouldn't have won.
We were talking about that on one of your shows maybe a week or so ago. Yeah, actually, that happened after. That's not even the real story. The real story is completely different. Actually, the history of it, I mean, the true history, his, the upper class Romans or whatever, they always had their own little personal teacher, advisor guy, and I can't think of the guy's name. It's been too long for me to study this stuff. But he was actually he was a Catholic guy, Christian guy, whatever. And he was the one who actually taught Constantine. And that's when he ended up changing later and made those. They made that monument or whatever about the war. And at first the Roman army, they had I forget what the crest were on the shields, but they actually changed it to say it was Christian when actually it was I forget what Roman god it was. Like Mars or one of the other ones. I forget now, but they kind of slightly changed the design to make it Christian. So.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing. I mean, I watch a lot of shit, but and you're right. Everyone seems to have a little bit of a different take on things. So,
and then going back to that. Also, I grew up. I took kung fu for about 7 years of my life as a kid, and not really knowing. Well, the guy who taught me, he actually made us learn the history of kung fu, how it started and kind of with the monks and all. When you really, and I'm learning how kung fu. I mean, I learned a Chinese kung fu from the guy who taught me. Actually learned from a monk from China. So anyway, it was something that really did drastically changed my life. So as I'm studying religion, and then I finally get to Buddhism and I start reading this, and I realize my early life as it is now has been basically based on Buddhism because of what I learned through Kung Fu. And it just, it was one of those things that just kind of clicked for me. It's like I've already been doing this and it was pretty easy to pick up and, practice with it. And I was already meditating all the time anyway. So it was just an easy transition and just learn the philosophy of it. And which is why I'm such a kind of mellow guy, easygoing. A lot of that has to do with my philosophy of being a practicing Buddhist.
I thought you had a far different philosophy. I thought it was when you single fuck everything you can.
Well, I wasn't necessarily trying to fuck everything I can, but it was, hey, girl fee, you're nice and patient and easy to get along with. They like to give up the booty.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably my trouble these days. When I was younger, I had no problems talking to them, and I was pretty brash. But these days, much more mellow, and I tend not to chase it. So, but then, I was married for a long time, so it
Like
it
riding a
actually
bike,
takes you a
man. You
while.
just gotta jump on it. Or how do you get over one, get on top of another? Ain't that the saying?
Oh yeah, I don't disagree
Hey,
with that.
just remember,
At the same time, it's
cost
hard.
you money either way.
Well, what's that, Larry?
I said, just remember, before you make that move, it's going to cost you a lot of money either way. Somehow you're going to be paying again.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, to enjoy life, you have to spend money. I mean, like I tell a lot of these guys that like to travel because I traveled so much when I was a single guy. You just travel for the experience. Women just come easy when you're the rare person, when you're the guy who's not the normal run of the mill dude that all the girls are used to in the area. You just, not even purposely, you just kind of stand out, and for some reason it makes you more appealing to the women. And when you travel, and I'm not talking about just foreign countries, just almost different cities, because I traveled all around the USA, and you go to different parts, obviously we got different accents just around the states, and oh, you must be from the South. I like your accent, the girls up north, and it's just you travel, and it's just it's easy. I mean, I think it's
Well,
easier for some guys than others. I'm not like a good
I heard
looking
so.
guy. I mean, I've kept myself mostly healthy. I'm decently attractive. I mean, I'm not that sort of helps also.
I'll tell you what, when I went to the USA, mate, I couldn't believe the attention I got because I was an Aussie.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. I mean, think about there in Australia when the foreign guy comes in there, maybe some French guy, oh Jean-Luc, and all the girls like, oh Jean-Luc, he's so hot, I love his accent, I can't wait to fuck him. I mean, it works both ways. When you're the guy who's not the run of the mill whatever, then it makes it easier for you.
How you doing, Ed?
Hey, Ed, what's happening? Ed probably knows he was a sailor. No, or we're using the Air Force, I think. He was a sailor. He knows he was running all around the country or the world.
Yeah. Well, they used to say that over here as a sailor had a girl in every port.
Yeah.
And probably did too.
Yeah, hey, you're on a ship surrounded by nothing but hairy cock and balls. You probably just can't wait to dive into something getting offshore. Especially as a young man when your hormones are raging.
Oh yeah, the Navy would have been a hard life when you spend that much time at sea.
My dad was in the Navy. He loved it. My dad enjoyed his Navy career.
I think the hardest one just from the looking outside, would be the guys in the submarines. That would be.
That would probably be the worst.
Yeah, that'd be pretty full on. You know, at least on a ship, I guess you can get outside and get some fresh air. And I'd be too claustrophobic in a submarine.
Yeah, I know I've done the tours on the submarines, you know, and you're like, oh, geez, you guys are out here for months at a time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been inside an old World War II submarine, and I was like, what the hell, man? I mean, I don't even know how they could sleep with the noise going on.
I don't know if it's quiet underneath the water there. I imagine they got to do that silence thing so they can't be pinged or whatever it is. I don't know how that works.
You mentioned somebody had gas.
You broke up
there a little bit, Larry.
You're breaking up.
You're going robot chicken on us.
I was in the submarine at Disneyland.
I'd say, can you imagine if you're in a submarine?
Just heard, can you imagine?
I took he dropped out. I took when I was in Thailand, they're in actually in Pattaya, I think it's down in Jomoten Beach or whatever, to south of there. They got that they got a submarine ride you can do, you know, it's got all the windows and everything, and it take you to you know, a spot, you know, wherever they've got a bunch of stuff. I don't know, it was pretty awesome. I was, you know, never done that before. Or actually, that's the only time I think I've done it. Done some of them glass bottom boats. That's pretty cool too. But yeah, went down in a little submarine ride, saw little fish and everything. It's pretty cool.
That would have been cool, yeah.
Junior, I was on the Hancock and the Midway. I got to go on those two ships. They're pretty cool.
You got a hand in your cock? What did you say?
I was on a Hancock. It's a Navy aircraft carrier.
I was teasing you.
I was on the Hancock and the Midway.
Actually, I was down in Corpus Christi last year before, I forget, and they got the Lexington out there, and we took the wife and kid on it. Did a little tour.
Yeah.
The only submarine I was on was at Disneyland.
I didn't know had a submarine in Disneyland, to be honest.
Yeah.
They pulled one inland in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, and I think it had the record for sinking the most enemy subs in a 72-hour period. And it's like they've got it in a park now, and you can go for a walk through it. That was pretty cool.
How many subs did it take out, do you know?
Just seem to recall the 3, maybe. There's like 3 enemy subs in a 72-hour period.
I figured it probably wasn't a high number, but I figured if you can take 2 of them out within that time, that'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember. I used to have all these photos. She probably would have thrown them out, but it's a shame. I enjoyed my time in the US, mate. It was definitely one of the better times.
Yeah, traveling's fun. You know, I mean, you get to see things you don't normally ever get to see. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can have bad experiences. I've had a few, but you know, those have been very few compared to all the good times.
Japan, it's funny. Japan, I really enjoyed because some of the women are just drop dead gorgeous. But it's hard finding people to speak English, and I have to admit I'm not a big lover of Japanese food, and Western food will cost you an arm and a leg over there.
Tempura is good. Their ramen is good. Their ramen soups are real good, and tempura is good.
That's becoming real popular, at least over here. These ramen noodle little restaurant shops, whatever the hell you want to call them. They've been getting pretty popular.
Yeah, I'm not much on the sushi and shit like that.
Oh, the sushi! I never eat the sushi. Never.
Oh man, I'll tear that shit up. Man, I love sushi.
Yeah, but I also wasn't big in Japan. It's more big in Korea. No ASU in Japan. You got to go to Korea for ASU.
Yeah, Junior, no Bush. I had my finger on the button then. I almost put you out. I mean, Japan was fantastic for me because I ended up meeting a young lad playing a mouth organ on a bus, and
What? Hold on.
Yeah, he had-
We need a little more context to that story.
okay. I was on a bus, and there was a lad sitting there with his girlfriend. And I remember he had like 2 or 3 colors in his hair, just not the usual Japanese you expect to see.
And he had his organ in her mouth. Is that what was going on?
No. He had a mouth organ, playing a mouth organ.
A harmonica.
And harmonica.
Okay.
And I guess he was trying to play some sort of blues, but it wasn't really working. But end up just having a smile, and we started chatting. He's probably one of the few people there that spoke English, and that was for me one of the best times in Japan, because that evening he took me out with him and his girlfriend, and actually brought another girl along to keep me company, which was pretty cool of him. Was nothing sexual in it at all, but it was nice having a pretty girl to sit next to. But so different to, because before that I was walking around, and I'd walk up to people, and I had like a map in my hand, and I'd try and walk up to people to ask them directions, and straight away, I mean, I'm probably a foot taller than a lot of them, and they put their head down, and they just rush off really quickly. And I thought, and at the time there was a girl staying in the hotel room next to me, an Aussie girl, and we'd gone out. I was walking with her at the time, because she turned around and she said, "I think you're scaring them. Maybe I should do it." So she tried a couple of times, and the same thing. The head went down, and they'd take off. And I was talking to this lad that I met on the bus, and he was telling me it's because they're embarrassed. They can't speak English, and they get really embarrassed about it. That's why the head goes down, and they take off really quickly. But yeah, he ended up taking me.
That happens in a lot of the Asian countries too, not just Japan.
Yeah, he ended up taking me to see these old, is it Shinto temples? And I was just amazed, mate, because I mean, I know these guys work with all hand tools, but the architecture was just simply stunning. The work that they put into it, and the detail was sensational.
Was this in Tokyo?
No, this was Osaka.
Osaka, oh yeah, Osaka's nice.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I mean, I stayed in a hotel near the airport, so it was a bit industrial. But once you got out of that area, I mean, I got pretty adventurous, and a couple of times got lost in that, and just yeah. But yeah,
I took the bullet train from Tokyo to Osaka. That was cool. Took the bullet train all the way to Osaka from Tokyo.
Yeah, I wish I'd hit Tokyo and maybe some other places, but I didn't have a lot of time there. But it was nice. The place was safe. It was really clean. I don't know if you noticed that, Ed. Like, for an Asian country,
yeah.
it's very clean.
I lived 7 train stops from Tokyo. That's how you know where you live. You go by train stops. I lived 7 train stops from Tokyo.
Congrats, Linda. Well done. How you doing, Jedi? Yeah, look, I like Japan. It's a place I'd like to go back to, Ed. But I would say this to anybody: at least know some Japanese phrases. Up yours. No, but you.
Okichichi. I dated a Japanese girl for a while. She taught me a few phrases. Of course, she had big cans, so all I remember was okichichi, which means big boobs. If I'm remembering it properly.
I tell you what, you do, like Japanese women for the most part are very petite.
They're very they're very kawaii. Kawaii. They're very kawaii.
But you do. I was surprised to find. Well, when I was there, seeing Japanese with fairly big boobs. I was expecting them to be a little bit more petite, but yeah, big boobs is not rare amongst those girls. That's for sure. But they are very
Yeah,
pretty.
I think that after World War II, all of the foreign white dudes started pounding on the Japanese girls, making little babies.
Yeah, maybe.
They're very
Actually,
kawaii.
the Japanese girl I dated, she was half American, half Japanese, actually. Beautiful, man. She had big boobs too, man. She was gorgeous. Couldn't believe it.
Thunder, they're very kawaii.
What's that mean?
That means pretty, kawaii, pretty.
Well, they are very pretty, Ed. And this is, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but with the Japanese, I find if you had to scale them from 1 to 10, they're either 2s and 3s or 9s and 10s.
I give the Japanese 7.
I just found that they were very unattractive or very attractive. That was just
7.
my take on them.
So hold on, let me see.
I'd rate them.
That's kind of like
I rated all the girls
are all
in
hot
Asia.
or they're dog ugly.
I rated all the girls in Asia. Japanese, let me see. Maybe 4 or 5 are on my list.
Nah, Japanese.
Yeah.
I put them right up there. The really hot Japanese girls. They're just unbelievable.
I'd put the French Vietnamese number 1. The French Vietnamese. They're number 1.
I don't know. See, to me, you got beautiful Filipinas, and I guess the proof for them is their record in the Miss Universe. Thai girls are pretty. Vietnamese girls are pretty. Chinese girls are pretty. Japanese girls are pretty.
I put, let me see, the French Vietnamese, the Filipinos, the Malaysians, Japanese, then Thai, then Korean. And the Chinese, they're pretty. They're in there somewhere. They're pretty. Some Chinese girls are pretty.
Yeah, yep.
But that's how I rate them.
Chinese is a bit like the Japanese for me. They're either, I find them unattractive or very attractive. But surprisingly,
the Koreans aren't too bad. The only problem with the Koreans.
Koreans,
Yeah, but the kimchi. They got kimchi coming off their body. The kimchi comes out of your pores.
I think.
That's the only problem with Korea.
I think the Koreans are very Chinese-like, but the Vietnamese girls are very pretty too. So.
The French Vietnamese girls, they got to be French Vietnamese.
Oh,
The other Vietnamese girls are blah, but the French Vietnamese are the most beautiful girls you'll see. Well,
how you doing, Big Kev? Good to see you, mate. Don't know if I've missed any streams or not. I haven't seen Big Kev on for a couple of days there, I don't think. Oh, Jedi.
nah, I don't have no palpitations.
Yeah, Charlie, that's true. I mean, I've seen beautiful East European girls, Russian girls, some beautiful American girls, South American.
Go to Colombia. If you want to go South America, it'll be Colombia. I think that's the prettiest ones in Colombia.
So the countries I've been to, I'm going to say Colombia, just on a whole, has more hot women. Just see around.
I'd say South America. I would say all Colombia.
But you can go to there's different states you can go to, even cities that are you walk around, you don't see that much.
Yeah.
Man, Sacramento, California was one of those places, man. It just seemed like there was beautiful women everywhere when I was up there.
In Sacramento?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacramento was nice town, yeah.
Yeah, Kev, definitely the Russian girls are pretty beautiful. Yeah, that's right, Jedi.
Man, when I used to do a lot of the back travel.
Hey, how you doing, Dick?
But the problem with American girls, the good percentage of them are just obese. Because people in America are just too obese anymore. They're not really You see a lot of them. They take an older little beast.
I mean, I like thin girls, but if a girl's got skill, can still look nice with some curves if they keep the curves going. We don't know if this guy's your troll or not, Dick Insider, but you and Junior can handle him however you want. He's been pretty mellow in here. I think what Jedi said, you're going to get beautiful women in all races.
Yeah,
I think.
Good.
I think for me, I mean, I do find Asian women very attractive.
I wanted to do that. I'm sorry. I had to do it from the beginning.
it depends.
I was waiting.
Also, everybody has a personal preference. If you like, more petite girls, Asians will usually be your thing. If you like curvy, then usually kind of the Central America, South American will be your thing. So,
I like Western women as well, but I think these days it's hard to find a Western girl that has those old values. That
Because he's new to the channel, and everybody's new to the channel, got to take a little break. That's this channel. You can new to this channel, you take a break for 20 seconds, and then you come back
you know
to your
what? How
file.
about? I mean, I don't know if anything's being said. How about not assuming because someone comes in here for the very first time that they're immediately a troll? Give them the fucking benefit of the
No, I didn't tell you it was a troll. It's this channel. When the Wanker made this channel, his very first show, everybody got
timed out.
No, yeah. I mean, I know. I
That's
totally
why I
understand.
did it. That's why
I
I
know
did
the.
it.
I know the running joke, and that's fine. But maybe the guy just found the channel, or girl, maybe they just found the channel and doesn't know what
They're
it's
new
all
to the
about.
channel.
And
They're
then
new to the channel. They get
you give them
zapped for
300-second timeout. They might not come back and get part of the conversation, and that's kind of.
And then you know they can't take a joke. Then you know they can't take a joke.
Ed, if it was my first time here and I don't know nothing about it, and I say, hey, and what are y'all talking about? And I get a 300-second timeout, it's not going to probably won't want to stay around.
Okay, I'll leave then. Jesus Christ.
No. It's all good, Ed.
No, I'm not. I mean, just give people the benefit of the doubt. Let them actually fuck up before you block somebody. I mean, yeah, it might be another troll account. That happens quite often, within this community, but damn.
Yeah, I think it's harder too when you time someone out who doesn't know the running joke. So, but Ed, there's no need to leave, mate. No one was pissed off.
No, I wasn't mad. I'm just saying, let's give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I knew.
I wasn't getting mad at you, bro. I'm just saying, let's I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm just saying in general, let's not time somebody out who we may or may not know if it's actually the first time here. I don't think that's unreasonable.
How you doing, Bobo? Yeah, look, I see where you're coming from, but I know why Ed did it, and to me, it was like, I guess if the guy doesn't come back, well, that's fine. If he does, then obviously he's got a sense of humor. And
did Ed really leave? He did.
Yeah, he left.
Ed, come back in here. Come on, man. I wasn't jumping when you don't pull a Peter Vanderverse thing. Come on.
Ed'll be fine.
Just want him to know I wasn't getting mad at him. I just wanted to make a statement,
Yeah, and that's fine.
Because I see it. It's not just your channel. I see it in a lot of these other channels. If someone comes in and they've never been in there, and people are having, oh, you must be one of them trolls. You must be, F, Y, and Z 1, 2, 3 from that other channel, and you don't have a fucking clue.
Well, that's the truth, yeah. But Ed, if you're listening, mate, there's no big deal, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like.
Ed, get back on here. I wasn't getting all angry or nothing, man. I'm Buddhist. Come on.
Oh shit. Yeah, just knowing what Ed's Air Force, mate. I hope you don't get a B-117 flying over the top of you there.
Get a drone strike on me.
Holy shit. Oh god. Oh jeez. She's got the sirens going there, mate, in the background.
Yeah, something's going on down the road. I'm actually dumping all my trash out right now, and down the road there, something's happening.
It didn't sound like police sirens, though. That's not police, is it? That's more emergency.
Nah, yeah, I think it was actually a fire truck. It might have been an ambulance. I couldn't quite see it, but yeah, it wasn't a cop car anyway.
Yeah, I have to admit, trusty Buddhism sounds. If you're going to have a religion, it doesn't sound too bad at all. I think the thing I don't like about religion is that they make demands of you, and I don't think that's.
Yeah, there might be certain sects of Buddhism that does that, but I haven't seen all the different ones I've been in. Never say never. Shit. There we go. Thunder, did I lose you? Hello? Uh-oh. Is it just me? Or do y'all hear me? Oh, shit. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Let's see. God, my eyes are so bad. Welcome back. The message got deleted. Is that the one from nope? Oh yeah. See if everybody's still here. Thunder got a brand new damn computer, and he's using his fucking Fireball still. It overheats on him. Well, this will go off for a couple minutes, but I'm looking at the chat. I guess if I wasn't looking at it beforehand, I have no idea if anybody asked me questions. If you did, ask away again, and I'll respond until it goes off, I guess. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Walk around in a robe with a hot Asian chick? You mean like outside walk around or walk around in your house? I walk around in a robe with any hot chick. I'll be like Hugh Hefner. Yeah, Thunder is disconnected. So, like I said, it's probably just go on for a couple more minutes. I will try to keep it alive a little bit. Dick's C. Enormous. Oh, yeah, maybe he is related to Dick Insider. Dick, you sure that's not your cousin? Second, third cousin, or something like that? Obviously, the other family members got the larger size package. You got shortchanged. Hey, Lefty, what's going on, man? I heard you singing on your little thing you did the other day. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, Thunder. Ed probably did. He got pissed off at me. He drone striked you with a virus on your computer. And if you can't get back in, I'm sure you'll have to start another one in a minute. See everybody saying hey to Big Kev. I don't see him type anything. So if you're there, Big Kev, what's oh yeah, I see it now. What's up, Big Kev? Go go Bobo sister. You know, that's somebody I haven't seen in a long time. Go go Bobo. Is he still around trolling everybody? Thunder, you still using the fireball? Yeah, I'm listening to them. There's about a 10, 15-second delay. Didn't think it was that much. My name's not Larry. It's Lost. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this Bluetooth just don't come in that good. I try to talk louder. I kind of talk kind of low as is. Well, Thunder, I'm sure this one's gonna go off in a second. So, I mean, I have no idea if you want to get back on or not, but start another one, I suppose.